Good evening, everyone. It's 6:15 in London. Oh, sorry, I started to record before the recording could start. So once again, good evening and welcome to everyone joining for this session today on the Breathe Power educational session offered from Awesome Breathers Club. I'm Shakila Perumal, respiratory physio, specialized in pulmonary rehab, and a psychotherapist, specialized in cognitive behavioral therapy and other forms of psychotherapy techniques. So I've given a lot of introduction, and it's not about me today. It's about the training of Breathe Power, which we'll be going through in the next few slides. I would like to also record here that this session is recorded, and this will be available in the Awesome Breathers Club and also on our pulmonary rehabilitation and mental health channel. So it's a YouTube channel we have created, and there are a few other educational videos for our members' benefit. So I would fully recommend you guys to look into subscribing to our YouTube channel, Pulmonary Rehabilitation and Mental Health. Without any further ado, I would like to start the session by sharing my screen, and I'm going to shut down my video. Hopefully this time, definitely I'm going to shut down my video, because the last time I was not able to shut down my video. Okay, so apologies for that. So I try to block my video so that the video quality is better and the audio is better for your session. So I'm going to record the session. I was to start recording. Sorry, I'm going to start the sharing here. Fine, hopefully I started sharing. I'm checking my screen here. Yes, it shows sharing, and I'm going to start my slides. So once again, welcome to the Breathe Power session, and I'm Shakila Devi Perumal. I've got the introduction earlier, and I'm going to straight away kickstart into our slides. So this session is basically intends to educate you to learn the sustainable breathing techniques to maximize your lung function, your mental health, and core stability. And at the end of the session, I believe you would be able to understand why and how belly breathing and training belly breathing with balloon and mindful belly breathing. Yes, there are simple 3 learning outcomes today, and hopefully, I believe we succeed in getting through those. So basically, before we delve into the breathing, and as we normally do unconsciously and consciously, our breathing, which is a bliss of our human body design, I would like to go through the primary breathing design of a human body. And then later on, this will help us to understand why we need to be doing diaphragmatic breathing or the belly breathing. Our human design, as you can see on the slide here, I'm actually using my mouse pointer. As you can see, my mouse pointer over our rib cage here. So our lungs is nice and easy situated, lovely lung situated there. And inside our rib cage, that's called a thoracic cage. And you can see there is a muscles between the ribs, that's called the external intercostal muscles. And also the main muscle of our breathing, which is the diaphragm. Okay, so you can see that orange line there below, that's the diaphragm, and that is the main muscle for our breathing. And what happens naturally when our lung or our brain senses there's a low oxygen, our lungs needs more oxygen to be drawn in through our nose. So how that process happens is the diaphragm is actually going to contract, and that's going to pull down the diaphragm down, and the external intercostal muscle is going to contract, and that's going to pull the ribs out there, and your diameters or the space in your thoracic cage expands, making the lungs room for the lungs to expand as well. So the lung, inside the lung, the pressures are very low. The air from inside is flowing into your lungs. There's fresh oxygen, mixed with some of the carbon dioxide and nitrogen, and you're going to expel out the carbon dioxide. For that purpose, once the lung is first sensing, the brain is sensing there's more sufficient oxygen, it's going to expel out the carbon dioxide out through your nose. And that's going to happen by these diaphragm, which is a dome-shaped, parachute-shaped muscle, relaxing there, going up to the normal place where it should be. And also your external intercostal muscle relaxes and the thoracic cage normally goes back and you're breathing out. Okay, so it's a normal process which is happening without a consciousness. Even when I'm talking now, it's going to be naturally happening for me. And we are today going to focus on the bliss and the curse of breathing. What are those? So before I could proceed to this slide, I would actually keep my video on for this particular slide and switch off my video when the training session kickstarts. Okay, so the bliss of breathing. The breathing through our nose is a natural way of breathing, and that is how our body is designed to breathe. The reason it is called a bliss of breathing is breathing through our nose. First benefit, it humidifies and cleanses the air we breathe in. Okay, naturally, our nasal cavity is designed for that purpose. It unifies and cleanses, and it also acts as a filter, so as a detox for any of the foreign particles entering into our body. And it also protects our immune system. So it is very important that we are going to use a nasal pathway or the nose to breathe, rather than using our mouth to breathe. The mouth breathing is a curse. Why I say that? Because when you're breathing through your mouth doesn't have filters, so you're going to not cleanse your hair, and the air is not humidified. And also it is actually, you're putting yourself more into risk of inhaling a lot of viruses and bacteria. And amidst the COVID challenges is one of the danger doing a mouth breathing. So breathing in through the mouth is not promoted, and it's a curse. And also it has other kind of impact on our breathing. It creates a bad breath because of the inhalation of bacteria, and also causes an oral thrush. It causes misalignment of the teeth, speech impediments, improper facial growth, and sleep disorder, which we are all familiar with, and most of them with insomnia might need to be checking whether they are mouth breathers, and the mouth breathing can happen due to other preliminary causes which needs to be further investigated. And anxiety and stress and poor concentration and reduced immunity. So these are the impacts causing on us if you're doing a mouth breathing, which is then going to be a curse for a normal quality of living. And so we have to be considering avoiding mouth breathing. And the next thing which I would like to focus is belly breathing versus the chest breathing. As a baby, we are born with, when we are a baby, we are actually having that kind of control when you're born, that we are using our diaphragm, and naturally we are breathing with the belly. But as we are growing into a human, and with all the other behaviors of postural impacts, environmental impacts, and other behaviors of sedentary lifestyles, causes our other muscles around your chest, as I mentioned, the external intercostal muscles, our neck muscles, and our pec muscles and our external oblique muscles, all those get tightened, and our posture getting more of kyphotic posture, constricting our rib cage movement, and that is causing our chest to struggle to breathe, and our diaphragm is not activated to sufficient amount. It has to be activated to cause the belly breathing. An appropriate level of oxygen then reaches our body. So because of chest breathing, body is not getting that much of sufficient oxygen. So inhaling through and exhaling with the diaphragm is a very right way of breathing, and using a chest muscle isn't right. And I would like to convince you with further evidence why it is, because the belly breathing improves your oxygenation. It reduces your stress level, the cortisol levels. It relieves the tension in your neck muscles and your shoulder muscles, and improves your core stability, and improves your digestion, and decreases blood pressure, and improves concentration. So belly breathing is a big thumbs up. And a wrong way of breathing is a chest breathing. Why? Because it reverses all those benefits which I just spoken. All those benefits are reversed. It decreases your oxygen. It increases your stress levels. It increases the tension in your neck and your shoulder, and it decreases your core stability. That's why people with chest breathing struggle with more of back pain, because they are not using the diaphragm, which is a primary soul muscle built for the purpose of inspiration, is not being activated sufficiently. And hence, the core stability becomes a dead zone, and there is no stability in the core. And that causes more of back pain, and our postures pull forward. And further, other benefits of the which we get from the belly breathing, like the digestion, blood pressure, and the concentration, are all reversed in when you're breathing with our chest muscles. So the right way of belly breathing, diaphragmatic breathing, as I've shown in the slide here, taking a slow breath, deep breath in through your nose, filling your air in your lungs, but your belly needs to come out rather than your chest coming out. Okay, so the reason, because when your lungs are filled in, your diaphragm is moved down and your belly is pushed out. So that is the work that actually indicates that the diaphragm is working right. So that is working right amount of depth, is going down the right amount of depth, helping your lungs to fill in right amount of oxygen into your body, and then it relaxes and pushes out all the carbon dioxide out, exits out of your body. So that is the way the diaphragmatic breathing should be working. So in the next slide, I'm going to show you a training video for a balloon breathing training, which I've performed and recorded for you. So let's get started. Sit back and relax and watch this one. Very well. So, as you have actually enjoyed, I believe so, the previous training session of diaphragmatic breathing, now we would move on to a mindful balloon breathing. So we have come to the end of the session. So let's mark this October Healthy Lungs Month by gaining power over our breathing. And please promote our awesome Breathers Club education and social events. And thank you for listening. And any questions, please put up in our Facebook page or in our awesome Breathers Club or Lung Rehab Voyage Facebook page. So I would be able to answer your questions after the session. And thank you once again, and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye for now.